Hello race fans, welcome to Mech Online Racing! And I'm just going to be showing off a new track here created by Dr. Bike. I was thinking of calling this one Shiny and Chrome. So this is the start area where you'll all be lining up. We're counting this sort of general line as the start position. Probably a bit closer about there, to be honest. And the track is relatively short but interesting. So running along here you go from E3 running along towards what I'd like to call diving board. Now, it would be useful having jump jets for this bit, but yeah, basically you would jump off here and you would land amongst the wreckage. You then continue along D3, sort of staying on that line of C3, D3, going into D4 here along these spires. Now you don't take a right there, you don't go there, you keep going around. You go over these bits of bismuth. Carry on around. You can sort of go wide here if you want, and you want to be taking a right to go into this little valley down here. This is some great viewpoints here for Gooba Gabba and Fronica to be able to keep an eye on all the action, all the racers, make sure no one's cheating, or they will be shooting you down. You then continue around, and once you get up here you're going to take a sharp right through here, through this gap, and back to the start line. So that is the tourmaline track that we've come up with, and we'll be running this one pretty soon, so make sure you sort of go through this a couple of times, keep a note of the positions, and I'll see you on race day, folks. Thanks for watching. Hello again, one and all, for some more Formula Mech. So, we've got a Terra track, once again created by Dr. Bike. He's been a busy bee. This is your start line. This is where you'll be lining up. You will then be running along if we go back into the cockpit. So you'll be continuing here, going into the little slalom section here from F7 down into E7. We think visually this is going to create lots of lava spatter as everyone's running along. You're then going to continue along this route. This is quite wide open, so there'll be lots of areas for overtaking and trying to undercut one another, and obviously come round to lots of shooting. You're going to be continuing up here and then following along. There's no particular sort of hardline route. You can go either side around this rock, and however you decide to go around the left or right or over the top of this piece here. You'll be going through the fiery tornado on this platform, running through here. You'll continue along, and once again it's kind of open form, but you want to be generally heading toward E5, so whether you go through here, you want to go the long way around there, or you want to just sort of go a little bit around the left that way. It's not too bad, but you want to be going into E5. Then from E5 you're going to be running along here. Now this is where you're going to be starting to run into some of the other little interesting sections of the map, so you're all going to be gunning it to get onto this ramp. Then you're going to be running along here, hopefully not falling into the hole. You want to continue across down the other ramp. You don't have to go through the goalposts there, you can run around them if you want. Continue along here. Now I would think it would be better if you didn't go up on the left side, just to keep things kind of tight going through here, keep lots of gunfire going through. But once you pass through this section you then want to be generally going back through G6 and heading back toward F7, which will be the start line. So yeah, if you continue along, and your route is again fairly open, lots of little alternate pathways that you can take, and yeah, whether you want to run along the bridge or across the lava, however it works best for you to avoid fire maybe, and you are back to the start position. This one I'm not sure of a name of. The only thing that's popping to mind is too hot to handle, too cold to hold. I don't know. Maybe something a bit better, but in the future, yeah, this at the moment this is just Therma Run. So back to the start position where we are here, and that is the end of that race. So thanks for watching, and see you on race day. Hello everybody, welcome to the third track of the new ones that have been created more recently that I actually remembered to video, although you may remember there was a track in Forest Colony. I will get around to recording that at some point in the future, don't blame me. So this track I like to call Galactic Doughnuts, cookie if you get the reference. It was created by Gooba Gabba, and it starts here in Goal 5. This is your start line, of course, fairly obvious one. And it's essentially a giant circle of HPG manifolds, so We want to stick down here in this trench section as we go along. Try not to go over the left side there or the right side if you can avoid it. Just stick in this trench. And you want to run along here, and then we're going to be taking a right to go through the other doorway. And into this passage here. Now, there's not really any kind of hard set route. As long as you're staying down here, you're not going along the canyon walls over there, or the crater side, crater's edge. As long as you stick on the relatively flattish ground along here. You can go around the buildings however you feel. I suppose you could go wide into that section, but try not to, because obviously you're just going to end up doing donuts and fighting people over there, and it tends to be you want to be racing. The stewards are not going to look kindly upon any kind of fighting that goes on in an area. We want you to be racing, damn your eyes. And the stewards will be keeping up. They will be running linebackers to spot any stragglers who decide to start having a gunfight rather than a race. That side, you will be continuing down here. Now, a bit of a departure. You won't continue around there, although, again, you can if you want to lose a few places, but you'll continue over the hill, and you will charge along to the next gate around. Obviously, there's still plenty of cover to use buildings to break line of sight and hopefully get some fire off your ass for a second. As you pass through here, again, you're going to be going back into the little trench section, so try not to go over the sides. Stick along here. I kind of like the idea of the visual of all of the little mechs sort of charging through this bit. It just looks kind of cool. Continue along here and then take a right into the next gate. As we continue, you go through this section into Echo 3. You're going to be running on this side of the crater. Again, if you run into the crater, that's your choice. You're going to be slowing down quite a lot though. You're continuing around and then back through this section toward Golf 5, and that pretty much was rounds out Galactic Doughnuts. As you just continue, again, try not to get bogged down in a running battle inside the crater. The stewards will leg you and then murder your ass brutally if you do, and you'll be back round into Golf 5 where Davros Dalek will be waiting to count who the winner would be at the end of all the nice laps that we'll be having on this track. And that is the third race that will be there on the final stream, I guess, of 2016. So thanks for watching on that one, everybody. Make sure you remember the track, maybe note down the direction it took, and we'll see you next time. Bye!